Lecture 20, number 3. You see, numerical example, now is tensor product. You see, I repeat the same input data from the lecture 20, number 2. You see, which is a wedge product. Now, here I have two items, Tij, dxi, tensor product, dxj, and also T acting on vectors x and y. You see, are the same data. Now, let's develop step by step. Number one, okay, I'll develop this. Attention, Ij are dummy indices. You see, you call canonical expression. So let's expand. This I is equal 1, you see? I is equal 2 and I is equal 3. Now, this term over here, I call item 1. You see? So I copy from here to here. Okay? So this is T1j, dx1, dxj. Now I expand on j. You see? J is equal 1, 2, 3, for I is equal 1. Okay? So I just, you see, substitute T11 here, T12 is 4, T13 is 2 again. So this is only this term over here. Now I move to the number 2 here. Okay, this I is equal to, you see, I is equal to. I will expand, J is dummy. So this T21 dx2 dx1, T22 dx2 dx2, T23 dx2, where in this case, tensor product dx3. See, again, I substitute, okay, the coefficient, which I have T21 is 6, T22 is 4, and T23 is 2 again. I substitute here. And item 3, okay, that is for I is equal 3. You see, I is equal 3. J here is dummy. So then J is equal 1, J is equal 2, and J is equal 3. I just substitute the coefficient here. T1 is 8, you see. Now T2 in this case is 2, and T33 is 3. I just set over there. Now, what's important, the answer of this item 1, okay, is just 1 plus 2 plus 3, okay? And I just write here, okay, 9 components, okay? Because it's 3 for this one, 3 for this one, and 3 for this one. I just copy, okay, in one row, okay? So I have this expressed 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now let's move to item 2. Tensor acting on this pair of vectors, pairs of vectors. You see, Tij, dxi, dxj, acting on the xp partial xp, y, in this case, yq partial xq. Now I develop again, you see that the inner product dxi partial derivative with respect to xp, okay, this is chronic delta. Likewise, this is a chronic delta, delta ip, delta iq. So it acts on p and leads to I. This delta, in this case, your J is acting on this case, a Q, and leads to Yj. So this here, I just again, I and J are dummy indices. So this here for I is equal 1. You see, I developed this This for I is equal to, you see I expand J here, I expand J here, and I is equal to 3. You see, I just substitute all of these, you copy and compare, okay, with the input data, because this is x1, capital X, this is x2, x3, this is y1, y2, y3. So I substitute, you see this coefficient and this vector here, so I can get easily, okay? This is 144, this one is 300, and this one is 480. I add all these three, this comes to 9 to 4, okay? 924. That's the answer of this item 2 over here. This is the answer of item 1. Here we have 9 terms, you see? And this is a scalar, you see? So this here, the number 2, when I act on x or y, this leads to a scalar quantity, okay? That's it. You see the difference between the wedge product, lecture 20, 22, 20, here, number 2, and the tensor product. You see, now you are ready, okay, to get in curvature. I will start with the torsion. You see, that's it.